Hey, what's going on, everyone? Um, so, as you may know, the Hawks have the number one pick in the NBA draft. They won the lottery. Honestly, so in this video, I'm going to share all my thoughts on what I think is going to be the best choices, or the best choice, I should say, and why I'm skeptical about it. So, yeah. Uh, so, anyway, so I think with the number one pick, it's very obvious to me that we can get a player who can play very well on the defensive side of the ball, um, that can make plays, get some blocks and steals, because that's one thing the Hawks team from last season failed to do. We had one of the worst defenses in the NBA. We had, like, we couldn't get rebounds, couldn't get steals. I mean, we were just letting other players just dunk on us. I mean, and that sucked. And I mean, we had Trey, and Trey was out. I mean, you could say that he was hurt, but like, we had Trey and DeJounte. I mean, like, they were putting up points. We have a lot of, like, I mean, Jalen Johnson, he's cool too, but like everybody else, they're just like either average or below average. I mean, a lot of people were just like, "Oh, we should just blow it up, trade Trey Young and trade Dejounte Murray." But let me be real, okay? We really just did not have that much talent last year. We had a good scoring offense, but we did not have defense. That is the main thing that really killed this Hawks team, was our defense. So what I think going into this draft, I think we definitely can get a player that can play defensively, and I think that's the number one aspect if the Hawks are going to succeed next season. Is we got to pick a player that can play defense. Now, we can't do that. I mean, we can't get a guy who can play defense. I mean, a bunch of teams are just going to keep scoring on us like nothing, like they did last season. And I don't want that to happen. And so, with that being said, I personally feel like we should take Alex Sarr in the first round, the center, who's an international player. I believe he's our best option to go with. Now, it could take somebody that, can be like a LeBron James or like a Giannis, be like a forward and just score, and a player who can like score like 20 plus points. I mean, that can work, especially that like we have a player who can score a lot of points and play defense very well. But like, I mean, I personally feel like Sarr is like the best option. This is because, and I don't want to contradict myself, but I believe we do need a center that can play good defense. I mean, I don't think Capella's the long-term answer. I mean, he's kind of getting old. And I think that we just need a, I mean, like, I believe he could be somebody like Victor Wembanyama, however you say his name, from the Spurs. And now, I would feel pretty mixed about this, but if we like trade away Trey Young or DeJounte, I would be a little pissed about that. Unless we can get like a first round out of them, then it wouldn't bug me too much. But it would be sad if one of those guys go. We just blow up that entire roster. I mean, it's a process. I mean, you look at the Hawks team from like 2015 and 16, like in 17. We blew up that entire roster. We had to let go of Kyle Korver and Bill Sapp and Al Horford and all those guys. Like, I mean, I feel like it's a little too soon that we get rid of any players our 2-star players, our 2-star guards. That's just me personally, because like all the older players that we had back in 2016, I feel like they were just old. They just got old, and they just weren't the same players anymore. So we knew by trading them away was for the better. But yeah, that's what I think is the best route to go with. I feel like we do need a center who can play. If not, take a forward. And I don't want the Hawks to screw this up. Like, I don't want us to just like get a player for a position that we don't need, kind of similar to the Falcons, like drafting a quarterback when we already signed a quarterback. Like, makes no sense there. But like, I don't want that to be the case. I just don't. And nobody else either does. I do hear some people are like, "Oh, the Hawks are gonna do the same thing." Okay, look, different organization, different sports team. There could be a way around that. I don't think we can screw it up. And I'm gonna try to get my reaction of the NBA draft, and I think it's next month, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm excited to see where this team's gonna go next season. I'm hyped up. I mean, I can't remember. From my recent memory, I don't even remember when the Hawks even got the first round pick. I think last time they did was a long, long time ago. I probably wasn't even alive back then. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, so like I wouldn't know. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Just you guys can comment down on what you guys think is the best route that this team can go to or can go on. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you liked the video, and subscribe.